Happy Thanksgiving and welcome to the Women's Fort Myers Tip-Off. It is sponsored by Elevance Health, your lifetime trusted health partner. Another perfect day in Fort Myers, Florida, as we get you set for the number 4 South Carolina Gamecocks and the number 15 Iowa State Cyclones. Hi, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving with Kim Adams, Jeff Levering with you. Thanks for being with us today. And Kim, we're seeing something today that we haven't seen in almost 2 years, and that's South Carolina trying to bounce back after a loss.
Yeah, Dawn Staley is hoping the offense is going to look a lot better today. The Gamecocks had just 62 points against UCLA. They're still trying to figure out how to play efficiently without 6'7" Camila Cardoso on the interior. Dawn's hoping to get the post players more involved and hoping to see more connectivity between the guards and the post today.
Let's take a look at beaches and neighborhoods of Fort Myers, and for Iowa State, they can shoot from the outside, but Audie Crooks is outstanding down in the post.
Yeah, Crooks, a 6'3" sophomore. She was a unanimous first-team All-Big 12 member as a freshman, has lit it up to start her sophomore campaign, averaging about 22 per game. She's coming off a season-high 33-point game against Drake.
Your keys to the game, and for Iowa State, it's going to start with Crooks. She's got to be on the glass.
Yeah, this is a South Carolina team that still has a lot of size. They average about 18 offensive rebounds per game. They have the ability to produce a lot of second chance points, so Iowa State has to lock that up. On the other side, South Carolina has to watch the Cyclones on the three-point line. They're making about 9 per game right now, but I think they're capable of shooting even better, so they have to keep an eye out on all those perimeter threats.
Those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Elevance Health, your lifetime trusted health partner. Ready to tip it off in Fort Myers. The Cyclones control, and we will see this high-powered offense off and running. We didn't have the shot clock start, so just a very brief delay at the outset of this one. 1 second gone by. Still got 30 seconds on that shot clock.
Someone was digging into the Thanksgiving meal a little early. Not locked in yet.
Tryptophan is kicking in. All right, now we're off and running. Cyclones, Emily Ryan, outstanding point guard, nation's leader in assists. Go down low to Crooks, and it's blocked. That's a good way to start on the defensive end for South Carolina.
And there's that size we talked about. Even without Camila Cardoso, that was Sanaya Fagan. She's 6'3". Crooks gets the position she wants, the seal, but Fagan comes from behind. Nice discipline to not foul as well.
Cross-court pass and the three from Iowa State, not to be. Ariana Jackson misses on her first shot. See how this offense for the Gamecocks comes out of the gates. They have had slow starts to begin this season. Shot just inside the three-point line, no good from Chloe Kitts.
Well, that's a look that Dawn Staley would welcome to see from her post players, getting more touches, getting more looks, whether it's inside or a mid-range shot like that.
Crooks was falling down and passed to the outside, and the three drops for Kenzie Hare.
What a play from Crooks to keep that alive and place it perfectly into the hands of the shooter.
Falling down as she was able to release that pass. Very underrated part of Crooks' game is her passing ability. Fagan with the right hand for two.
So the first 2 looks for the Gamecocks have been from their post players. And that's what Dawn Staley wants to see. It's for them to be more involved. And Sanaya Fagan, a little bit of a length advantage there. Easy shot right over the top.
3-2 Iowa State. Ryan trying to find some space. Down low to Crooks. Nice pass. Tapped away by Kitts. And it'll stay with the Cyclones. Addie Brown is somebody that needs to get a lot of attention. She had a record-setting year last year as a freshman in Ames.
There's such a talented young core to this group, in addition to the point guard, Emily Ryan.
There's Brown, and this is her first shot. Good screen from Kenzie Hare to free her up. Into the paint, stripped away by Ryan. She's called for a foul.
Ooh, I have to see back again. I thought it looked like Emily Ryan had a pretty clear 2 hands on the ball. I think we'll get another look at it here. Nice drive from Hall. I thought the foul actually could have come from Brown on the backside. There was contact, but I didn't think it came from Ryan. I thought it came from Brown, 24 on the backside.
Yeah, that's who they gave the foul to, was Addie Brown.
Okay, so they did get it right. Definitely the right call.
So Hall's going to go to the line and misses the first. Hall averaging 6.5 points a game. Still trying to find her stroke from the floor, shooting just 39%.
Yeah, Bree Hall, one of their best three-point shooters from last season. They do have some nice threats from behind the arc, and Pow Pow and Tessa Johnson, who's going to come in off the bench.
They're looking for help, getting lit up. Kept alive, South Carolina battling for it. It is going to be a Gamecock basketball.
And so far, the defensive pressure out of the gates looks a lot more intense and a lot better than it did against UCLA. I thought they were a step slow in that game. They weren't finding shooters. They were getting blown by. Right now, the pressure is really good on the Cyclone ball handlers.
Foul on that play. Bill Fenley in his 30th year in Ames. 3 straight 20-win seasons. He's been to the postseason more often than not. I mean, what a breath of fresh air in the sport. And Dawn Staley on the other side. 17th season, 3 national titles. Coach of the year 5 different times. I mean, it'd be easier to list the things that she hasn't won.
The statement she's making too with the staff, paying respect, paying money to women's sports here on Fox.
All right, turnover forced by the Gamecocks. Kitts out in transition, fouled by Brown, and 1.
Jeff, you mentioned the slow starts for this team. They had one against UCLA. It took them 5 minutes in that game to score. They trailed 20-10 after 1. Gamecocks are certainly alive here to start this game at Fort Myers. They're getting it done in the half-court. They're getting it done in transition. Chloe Kitts, much bigger role for this team this year, taking it right to the rack.
Created a few turnovers and turned it into offense as Kitts converts on the 3-point play, and more importantly, Addie Brown is on the bench with 2 fouls.
Yeah, that's big. She's certainly their most versatile player. She can play 1 through 4. She distributes, she scores, she rebounds. Big hit early for the Cyclones.
Pressure on that basketball from Raven Johnson on Emily Ryan. How does Iowa State get some points? Ryan dumps it down, it's stolen away again. Pow Pow going the other way. Now paint touch and a miss. Kitts rebound and 1.
I mean, the help defense is on point. They got it up, and Chloe Kitts has been a great start to the game for her. Pow Pow fired up. Chloe's fired up.
So much for the slow start narrative. Again, it wasn't just the UCLA game. It's been a thing so far for South Carolina, but 8 points in the first 3.5 minutes of this one, and Kitts converts on another 3-point play.
And I like that Dawn Staley didn't make any adjustments to the starting lineup. I mean, you see talk on social media. She's got to change it up. Dawn Staley knows a thing or two about what she's doing.
Bree Hall's going to pick up a foul on Emily Ryan. Yeah, Dawn Staley does not have a lot of panic in her. You know, teams lose. It happens. It's how you respond and moving on to the next day.
Yeah, it's just, you know, this Gamecocks team, I think they've lost 4 games across the last 4 seasons. So there could certainly be an overreaction from the general public anytime they lose a game. But UCLA is a national championship contender this season.
And we got a foul. That's going to go against Malaysia for Wiley. Tempers flaring early. Elisa Williams was in the mix trying to get through that screen.
let's take a look. Dawn Staley challenging Wiley to be more aggressive on the defensive end. That's tough. I mean, to me, that looked like a moving screen from Williams was kind of jutting out into the path of Wiley. It's a tough whistle.
Wiley coming off a game where she only played 2 minutes against UCLA. Crooks tied up, and it's going to be South Carolina basketball. We talked about that UCLA game last weekend in Westwood. And the Bruins basically just came out and blitzed South Carolina. They could never recover.
Yeah, South Carolina never led in that game. They trailed by as many as 23. UCLA really lit it up from the three-point line. That team has a lot of weapons, but so far a good response from the Gamecocks here to start this one.
Deep three, and it goes for Papa.
Talked to us before the game about getting more reversals. She said our percentages go up when we get one ball reversal, 2 ball reversals. She's getting that balance right now of the inside and out.
Crooks short, battling for an offensive rebound, not to be. Wiley and the Gamecocks are on the move. Pass too strong for Kitts. Subs coming in for Iowa State.
You got to be ready for a Wiley no-look pass. She's not just going to throw a basic pass. She's going to add some flair to it. Just a little bit over the top of Chloe Kitts' hands.
How does Iowa State come back now? 4 turnovers. They have just the 1 bucket.
I think they've got to play a little bit more inside out as well. They're getting it into Crooks, but she may have to play through a little bit and kick it back out, repost, try to open up the perimeter for the strong shooters they have.
Shot clock winding down, and a 5th turnover. Pow smartly pulls it back out. Tessa Johnson launches from 3 and off the back of the iron. Really working that paint. Into the corner, a 3. It was deflected and blocked by Johnson. And it's going to be Iowa State basketball. Takes us to a timeout in Fort Myers, South Carolina, with an early blitz over the Cyclones. South Carolina with a 19-0 run to end that first quarter. And Kim, they took advantage of every opportunity that they turned over Iowa State.
Yeah, the defense has been turned up. It has been top tier. They have not let Iowa State get anything easy. Iowa State 1 of 11 shooting, and they have 8 turnovers, but it's not, dead ball turnovers. It's live ball turnovers that the Gamecocks are running back to the other end. You see that 13-point number there. And they've gotten 7 points off of second chance points, so 20 points off of turnovers and offensive rebounds.
Chloe Kitts right there to alter the shot of Addie Brown. Kitts has been in the kitchen of Brown all day. Nice pass to Kitts just inside the 3-point line. And 3 Cyclones up for the rebound. You love to see that.
Yeah, there must have been a message in Coach Fenley's huddle, because just about every Cyclone jersey was right there swarming the rebound.
Emily Ryan's been awfully quiet today. Crooks fall away jumper, no good.
And everything's going to be tough for her today if she doesn't find a little separation.
Great vision to find the streaking Sanaya Faga.
I mean, there hasn't really been a weak spot for South Carolina to start this game. We were just talking about how good the defense has been, and it's really what's fueled that efficient offense. So a lot of standing right now for Iowa State. Just one player dribbling. They got to get some more movement.
Crooks kicks it back out. Couldn't get it red. Going to be another shot clock violation on Iowa State. Great pass by Pau here to find Fagan.
Yeah, they look really good in transition today. Tahina Pau with the eyes up the entire time, surveying the floor. And Sanaya Fagan just sprinting right to the block, right to the rim. And Pau rewards her.
Pau was looking over at Don Staley for the call, and pass was coming in. It's about the only thing that's surprised the Gamecocks so far this afternoon. For Wiley, almost an NBA range three. Kits, another offensive rebound, and Fagan finishes.
Chloe Kits just went after that offensive rebound. She averages about 4 per game. Her rebounding has almost doubled from last year. Now that Camila Cardoso has moved on to the WNBA. Big time board.
Crooks trying to get position. They'll get Fagan for the personal. And South Carolina has just suffocated Audie Crooks so far.
Yeah, they're going to have to try to space things out offensively. And usually they can do that with their three-point shooting, but they're just 1 of 7 from 3. I think they have had some good looks. They've got to continue to take the good three-point looks when they have them. But spacing going to be huge in this one to try to get Crooks some position inside.
The Cyclones shoot the three at 34% on the season. As you mentioned, Kim, just 1 for 7 to start this game. I think they just need to have one go through. It's been a long time since they made a bucket.
For sure, and I mean, they're feeling the pressure of this Gamecock defense. So they're, even when they're going up with a 3, it might be a little bit rushed because they know someone's closing out at them.
Off the backboard and off the rim, another miss.
Another one that just seemed a little bit rushed, trying to force something to happen.
2 Gamecocks in the same area. Watkins with the turnaround. 25-0 run.
Wow. I mean, there are just so many offensive weapons for South Carolina. The scoring pretty well balanced right now. Everyone getting a piece of the Thanksgiving pie.
This is not the appetizer either. This is your full meal at the moment.
Who needs dessert?
Fall away jumper, no good. Kenzie Hare's got the only bucket of the ball game. Johnson passes up the 3. That one too strong. Kicks another offensive rebound and a foul. That'll go against Kenzie Hare. Excuse me, they're going to give it to Chloe Kits on the other side. It looked like they initially ruled it a foul on the backside on Hare. And it goes against Kits.
Dawn trying to get an explanation on the sideline. Not too pleased with that one. But again, Chloe Kits has just continued to crash the offensive glass. Dawn saying she felt she was straight up.
The initial signal was, hey, we're going to keep it here, and then a reversal from the officials. There's a 3. Oh, off the front of the rim. So there is a lid on that hoop right now for Iowa State.
Like you said, they desperately need to just see the ball pass through the net at this point to be able to take a deep breath.
The shoulders are getting pretty tense for the Cyclones. Turnovers, see if the Cyclones can turn into points. And a foul on Crooks. You saw that defense just swell right to her as she got it. Keep the pressure on.
Yeah, she's got to be pleased with the response. Oh no, another shot clock delay. We had this in the first quarter.
Right out of the gate.
Okay.
Just ironing the kinks out, that's okay. Yeah, but you got to love the fact that for Dawn Staley, she wants to see how this team is going to respond, right? Coming off of the loss against UCLA. And I think they've proven everything they needed to. Bree Hall gets underneath, but she's fouled.
Yeah, we had the chance to sit with her before the game, and pretty much everything she told us that she was looking to see improvement in, they could check the box in that category. She wanted the post players to get more touches. She wanted balance between the post players and the guards. She wanted ball pressure. But there's still 20 minutes to this game, so she doesn't want to see a let up.
First free throw goes down for Bree Hall. 5 points for Hall. They're now making a half a dozen. An adjustment for Bill Fenley starting this second half with Lily Hansford on the floor. Ariana Jackson starts on the bench.
And let's see if the Cyclones can turn the page on the first 20 minutes. And there are their two talented sophomores connecting right away. Those two had just 1 point combined in the first half. So there's the first field goal of the game for Audie Crooks. And a defensive stop, some life for the Cyclones.
An offensive foul, a turnover for South Carolina. You know, Iowa State got a lot of the headlines because of their 12 turnovers in the first half, but 7 now for South Carolina.
Yeah, so ball protection, probably the #1 most important thing. Uh-oh, never mind.
Just as we say that, a turnover created, but a missed layup. Numbers for Iowa State. Cyclones luck out inside the free throw line. There's Emily Ryan.
Getting the turnover back got them probably their easiest look of the day. A little one-person transition game for Ryan, wide open mid-range.
First field goal of the game for Emily Ryan. And a couple of free throws. Chloe Kitts jumper, no good. Ryan with a rebound. An inspired Cyclones team coming out of their shoot in the second half. Down low to Crooks, had position for 2 more.
Another connection from the sophomores, Brown to Crooks. And that time Crooks was able to get some separation because she walked her defender up the paint, had it on the top side, and had the seal. Some defense chance in the arena. The fans are into it now.
Powell penetrates, misses the shot, Crooks with a rebound. Ryan dumps it off, but Addie Brown couldn't finish it. Brown still scoreless in this game. Kitts feels the double into the corner for 3. Johnson. Crooks another board.
And that's a perfect defensive possession. You dig in at the post, and you'll have Raven Johnson take that shot. She's only made 2 threes on the season.
One of them being in this game. So Iowa State has come out, and Emily Ryan has done a nice job facilitating.
Yeah, certainly been a turnaround out of the locker room. Again, this is probably their only wide open look of the day. Nobody picks up Emily Ryan, smooth little pull-up mid-range. And then the 2 sophomores, Addie Brown into Audie Crooks. Great position. Help doesn't come over in time. These are some of the best looks they've gotten all game, and it's because they're playing with a little bit more pace. They're moving the ball quicker. There's no stagnant offense right now. Really impressive out of the locker room.
And Bree Hall just picked up her 3rd foul. And Iowa State take advantage. Ryan behind the back to Brown for 3. And it's going to stay with Iowa State. They're crashing the glass. This is an inspired Cyclone group in the second half.
Just better offense right now. That was a nice look from Brown. They'll take that. She's shooting 50% from 3, and then she doesn't get it, but maybe the smallest player on the floor in Kenzie Hare crashing to give them another look at it.
And a foul away from the basketball. They'll pick up Fagan. Those fouls are starting to pile up for South Carolina, and only a couple of minutes elapsed.
Yeah, let's take a look at this under the basket. Yeah, Fagan extended that elbow. She's looking for the flop, but I thought she extended that arm a little bit. She's got 3. She's heading to the bench. Certainly some frustration here for the Gamecocks in the opening couple minutes.
3 fouls on Fagan, 3 fouls on Hall. This group was awfully productive in that first half for South Carolina, I should say. There's a 3 from Hare. Had a great look, just couldn't finish it. Tessa Johnson pulls up. 2 strong offensive rebound. Watkins no good. Three ball.